I shall tweet. I tweet, not sent. I ignore that. All right. Hello. I don't think anyone's here yet, but I'm gonna say hello anyway.
We'll just wait a minute or two. Let people
Yeah, I
trickle
guess
in.
we'll wait. I'll wait. Um, you got the PDF?
Yes, I do. I'm just making sure that everything is up and going. Up and
Mhm.
going. Up and
Mhm.
going. Up and. It did cause a slight feedback loop, but it's fine. Alrighty.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's no. I did. It was my fault.
Oh,
It's no big
okay.
deal. Okay. Have we done the live tweet? Okay, I'll do the live tweet.
No, because it was not sending for some reason. Thank you. I appreciate.
Well, I will post a tweet.
All right, I think people have arrived, so I will start. Um, Hi, my name is Adela. This is an actual play live stream of my game Wisp, which is currently part of a Kickstarter campaign, which you can find at kickstarter.com/projects/Adela/Wisp-RPG. It is on the screen as well. I think that most people watching this are probably people who are already backing it, which is wonderful. Thank you so much. It is like blown me away what has happened in the past week with this project. So I'm very excited. And uh, also, you can find me on Twitter at Aradel__, if you want to do that. And I'm also here with my friend Renata, who helped me a lot with the writing of parts of this game and also the first playtest, and also with all of the tech for this stream because I am a tech grandma.
I love my
Ren, do you
friend
want to introduce
Adela.
yourself?
I love my friend Adela, even though she's 8,000 years old. She's an
Hey.
8,000-year-old grandmother, and that's okay because we always love our friends who are 8,000-year-old grandmothers. But hi, I'm Renata. I am a games writer and some other stuff. You can find me on Twitter at Ren or Raven. Oh, John, what's up, pervert?
Okay then.
John's my wonderful boss over at Fanbite, and I
Oh,
consider him a deep
nice.
and true friend. I guess you're not tech.
Also
Are you?
ancient, apparently.
Are you my boss
Um,
still?
yes, you are, Adam. You are brimming with youthful energy. Um, shall we get started, Ren?
I am. Um, I'm ready. I can pull up the PDF, and you can do
Yeah.
whatever kind of introduction we would like to do.
I would love to start with reading the introduction the way we normally would if we were just playing the game and go from
Yeah,
there.
got it.
Yeah. How about you? We've already decided who's going to be the mortal and the wisp.
Hmm.
Should we read each other's parts to each other?
Hmm. I
Yeah,
think
so
we should read
I'll
each
read.
other's parts to each other.
Okay, so I'll read the first part and you read the second part because I am going to be the wisp today. Spoiler. Mortal, you are here. You've stumbled into this bog, an eerie place of mist and moonlight and murky, silent water. Was it an accident? Perhaps you never paid heed to the stories, the disappearances, the rumors that the bog is haunted, that none who ventured into it ever returned. Or perhaps you did listen to those tales. Perhaps you were curious. Perhaps you wanted to be lost.
Wisp, here you are, on the edge of the swamp, ready to greet them, to lead them further and further away from the world they know. You've been here longer than you can remember. This bog is your home, an empty, joyless home. One you long to fill with laughter, with voices, and with love. It is this loneliness that drives you, the need for closeness, for someone with which to share this life. But the right one has not come. Countless mortals lost, countless lightless ghosts now wandering through the fog. Will this one be any different?
Ren, can I just say you have a wonderful storytelling voice? This is one of the reasons, audience, why Ren is the one who is streaming with me. I just know that her voice is perfect for the stream.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to start openly
Yeah.
weeping.
Oh, well, everyone else, I was going to mention earlier, you might want to grab some tissues because this is a game. This is a game already that is a melancholy and sad, and it is also a game that Renata and I are playing together, so
Yeah,
that
Dale
is
and I
all.
certainly have tendencies.
Continuing. Wisp is a two-player game about stillness and movement, mystery and conflict, small moments in the shifting relationship between two lost beings as they wander through a damp, unpleasant, and strangely beautiful place. It is a conversation between players as you build the story together, learning more about your characters along the way. Draw cards and follow story prompts to set and resolve scenes as the mortal and the wisp observe each other, grow together and apart, and together again, and shift back and forth on a spectrum of moods. How far will they travel? Will they get what they want, what they need? How will the journey change them? We can skip down. There's a safety materials section. We can skip down to player principles, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just mention at this point that the Roll20 page that you're seeing on the screen is made of the elements that are in the zip folder you will get with the digital download of this game. It has all of those files that you can put into Roll20 to play this game.
It's
Yeah.
a very good setup. I'm really impressed with this whole
Thank
thing that you
you.
have here. Especially because like all of this stuff is like movable and cool, and especially the custom playing cards off to the side. This is a really well done module.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Would you like to read the player principles?
I would love to. This is meant to be a game about finding beauty in places where you might not expect it. I ask that you, as players and as storytellers, make your story intentionally beautiful and intentionally tragic. Make it bittersweet. Make the characters' emotions frighteningly vital. Explore the tensions between comfort and loneliness in your swamp full of ghosts. Build off of each other's ideas, lean into the world you've built and the tone of each scene, and tell a story to remember.
All right. So I think we're not going to uh, go through. We'll do this setting and characters directly from the PDF, and then I don't think we'll go through. What do you think, Ren? Do you think we should read through the mechanics?
I think that it would take a while, and I think it
Yeah,
would be better since we have experience here to just explain what we're doing as we play.
as we're doing it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Um, we could read just the flow of play section, or we could just leave it and just start. I
I think we
Yeah,
should read the flow of play since that's
okay.
short and
And
like
it kind of has all of the elements in it.
it's everything at
Yeah,
once. Wow.
yeah.
It's
But
almost
before
like
we
we
do
edit
that,
it that way.
um, before we do that, let's talk about our setting.
Mm-hmm.
So, in Wisp, a bog has three essential elements: unpleasant dampness, fog, and the night sky above. Everything else is up to you. Perhaps you are in a rural English fen, flat and murky and glittering, with early spring frost, or perhaps an abandoned city district, flooded and crumbling. Complete the description entirely on your own, or use imagery below to fill out your environment. Um, so there's a big word cloud sort of thing of imagery ideas. Um, do you have any thoughts about a setting
So
for us
I've been
today?
thinking about this.
Hmm.
I like the idea of maybe this is too much of a thing from the area that I am in. Um, I like the idea of a so in like small in like rural areas, there are like odd patches of forest, like intermittently spaced between farms sometimes, or like
Hmm.
right at the edge of an area. So like for example, one of the most like evocative places in my life And one of the places that I'm always thinking about is there is a forest right outside of my old middle school. And that forest is really uncomfortable and strange. There's just like a
Mm.
mound of concrete and rebar out in the middle of this, like out in the middle of the woods. Um,
Huh.
there weren't ever any buildings there, and it's too far and too thick in the woods for anything to have been dumped there. It is just this like
It's just a
inexplicable
mystery.
mound. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's this inexplicable like mound of ruin, and when you're there, it feels haunted. And like I to the point where this is a personal note about this place, but I think it's useful. When my grandfather passed away, I haven't been to his grave, but I have been to that place, and like it feels so haunted that it feels like that is the place where he is.
Oh, wow.
So I would say that like a one of those odd kind of forests right next to somewhere that feels more populated but still
Hmm.
distant is for me a fun setting because it
Like a
lets
forest kind
us
of in the middle slash at the edge of like a suburb type of thing.
yeah, because it lets us do weird stuff in that space.
Hmm.
There can be a church in the middle of those woods that is just
Yeah.
inexplicable and old and abandoned, but still feels in conversation with the space. So that's
Hmm.
my thought.
Yeah. I like that. Do we have okay, and it's a marsh also.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which is a very common thing around where I live, which is just forested areas that are just marsh underneath,
Mm-hmm.
at least for some parts of the year. Um, so that's good.
Kind of like a
Do we
wet
have an idea?
forest.
Yeah. Do we have an idea of a time of year that we would like this to be set? Or like the type of weather that it might be? Um, I think that fall could be interesting.
Ooh,
Um,
I I have an I have an Adela. Do you live
yes.
in a college town? I forget.
There is a college here, yes. Not a university though, which is I'm in Canada and there is a difference between them here
Right,
that
I
might be
forgot
yeah.
that there is a difference between those things in the
Yeah.
place that you live. Well, I was just thinking about specifically in. I like the idea of playing right after everyone leaves. Like the
Mm.
moment at which a if you've
So
ever
like
been in a
spring.
university town,
Yeah.
spring or summer,
Yeah.
or like very early summer when
Hmm.
basically everyone has just left,
Hmm.
because I have some ideas about this character.
Okay. Yeah. I'm down for that. So early summer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. Kind of the spring flowers are starting to disappear and the summer plants are starting to be in bloom.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Starting to get a bit hotter. Uh, all right. I will read these. If you want to, do you want to take some notes in the setting section about
I would
that?
love to make some notes in the setting
Um,
section about that.
awesome. Um, please ignore my. I've been slowly trying to write out my character design because I know that that will take a little bit. But I will read the characters section and then I will ask that our audience is patient while we figure out our character stuff because that takes a few minutes of silence sometimes. All right. Characters. Decide who will play the Wisp and who will play the Mortal, then answer the questions pertaining to your character with a few words or a brief sentence. You may give your character a name, but if so, do not share it with the other player. Characters or names have power. This is just a side note. Names have power with the Fae, and in this game, that power is very ambiguous and you can kind of do whatever you want with it, but it's just a thing to note. We generally do not start with names. The mortal will answer the questions. What is the first thing a stranger would notice about you? What are your pronouns? How did you stumble into the bog? How do you make your feelings known? And the Wisp will answer, how do you manifest? What does your light look like? And how do you carry it? How did you first interact with the mortal? And how do you make your feelings known? I will also read the little notes for characters. It is important to remember that while a traditional Will-o'-the-Wisp holds the power in the story, in this game, the Wisp should be considered almost as lost as the mortal, if not more so. The Wisp is also trapped in the bog. They do not want to be here either, but they've been here so long that the bog, the mist, the dark, and the isolation are all they know. And all they know to do is lure mortals in to join them in an attempt to combat loneliness. Where else do you think the ghosts come from? Perhaps the Wisp was even mortal itself once, though it can no longer remember a time before the bog. So we can take a moment to kind of work out our character stuff.
Yes,
and then we will introduce our characters.
I'm quickly typing out some setting notes.
Thank you. Everyone else can talk amongst yourselves.
Sorry, I just had to type out a very long thing, and now I have to resize it. What is the resize in Roll20? Do you remember?
Oh goodness. I have no idea.
That's okay. That's okay.
I do not use Roll20 very often. I
Neither
pretty
do
much
I.
only use it for this game.
You know what? We're just gonna put some. We're just gonna put a line break in there and just see how that does us. Ah, perfect. I love a line break. I'll just break it up by sentence. Okay, so I've thrown together our little setting notes. In a university town at the beginning of a too warm and fertile summer, there is a forest that no one can name, but everyone knows. It is wet and the night is cool. There are remnants here, too. Broken concrete and twisting rebar, ribs splayed after a long fall. It is quiet and gentle, I hope.
Incredible. Just chef's kiss. Thank you.
Alrighty. So while I make my, I'm gonna quickly have a quick chat with chat. While I put down my character pronouns, I think we can take a quick dive into my character inspiration Pinterest and see what stands out to us. I have an idea, but I wanted to run it past chat to see if they like anyone more.
What a good idea.
Yeah, I like collaborating. So let's chat. Let's work together on this. I have some ideas about who this person is, and what she's doing in this space. But I think we can, for the folks here, you can either tell me to fuck off, or can I say that word here?
Yes.
Okay.
That is okay.
You can either tell me to fuck off, or we can do some cool stuff together. Those are your two options. So let me know. Okay, cool. One person said cool stuff together. Okay, wonderful. So we're going to take a quick step away from the PDF that we're working in. Not PDF, the Roll20 that we're working in, and we're going to hop over to my Pinterest. Alrighty.
Perfect.
Alrighty. So let me jump over to character inspo. Oh wow, whoops. Do I have multiple character inspiration? Yes, I do. Okay, so chat, for just an idea of what I was thinking of previously. Oh wait, is it only showing this one window, or is the stream a lot more delayed than I thought?
No, it's good. Pinterest is good.
Okay. Well, I just didn't know how delayed the stream was. I think the stream is much more delayed than I believe, which is fine. So, um, I thought about using this as like an aesthetic reference earlier. And if we like this, we can go with this. I just think this girl's cute. Listen, no matter what, let me tell you what we're gonna do here. At least from me, we are going to play a nice, cute girl, and I'm gonna give you an idea of what I've been thinking about for this character, and then we can work things out from here. Um, so I was thinking that given that we're looking at a university town, um, okay, perfect. It's about a 30-second delay. Thank you, Rebecca. Um, so, given that we're looking at a university town, I thought it would be interesting to be playing a character who lives in this place, who grew up in this place and is home for the summer. So is in a university town, but not the town where she went to school, and is kind of stuck with the feeling of stillness that comes with that. As someone who lives in a place like this, there is a very real sense of odd stillness when people leave, and you are also a student. So all of the other students are gone, but you're left behind. But in this case, the mortal isn't even left behind. She returns to a place already feeling lonely. Is kind of what I'm thinking about here, and what I'm thinking about exploring. So here are some just like very high concept character inspiration photos. If we want, we can hop over to my fashion board and we can look for some like fits in there, and folks can tell me kind of who we want to face cast in here. So I'm going to, since there is a 30-second delay, I am going to kind of, all right, I'm just going to find some good people. All right, let me scroll down. Here's a bunch of different fits. And I don't know how I want to do this. Okay, do we like this vibe? Chat.
This entire board is like my fashion goals.
Yeah, this is the way I dress. This is not a self-insert character. I'm going to
Ren,
be playing someone different from
your
me.
your style is my fashion goals.
Yeah, this is
Um,
this is the way that I do
I literally
dress.
have some of these. Literally have some of these pictures in my style
Mm-hmm. Morally
pictures.
good.
So.
Morally good. Okay. So, all right, team. What kind of a person are we looking for? Are we looking for the more academic, or the like, or are we looking to be the more academic side of this board, or the more alt side? What are people more interested in, academic or alt? No, we can split that. We can split that. We can split that difference. Okay. I've got some stuff in there that's a mix of both. I have some stuff in here that's a mix of both because the clothes I wear are a mix of both. Because I am a huge dweeb. That's getting closer. I need something that is up. There it is. How do I feel about this? All right, we have more people contributing to alt. So this is what I'm thinking, because this feels like it's kind of splitting the difference, because we have the alt, big pants, little shirt. We have the necklace, but we have like a nice like turtleneck with a gold necklace and Converse. So like basically the pants, we're looking at some like closer to your traditional. Oh my god, this is so good. Again, This is literally how I dress. I sent Rebecca and Adela a picture earlier today, and I was wearing basically this outfit.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Oh, morally good. It's a stellar look. Yeah. No, I think this is a cute fit. All right. Do we like this as a face cast, or do we want to go with a different face? As I continue to think in detail about the actual personality we're going with. The season, it is early summer. Okay, Adela, I
Mm-hmm.
have a important I have an important question.
Sure.
Can I say weed on this?
Yes.
Hey, Chad, are we okay if I say weed? Is that allowed? If people don't
It's
want me to
legal in
talk about
Canada,
if people
so
don't want me to talk about weed, I won't. But I would like but hey, have you seen this girl? Have you seen this face cast? She very obviously smokes weed. Okay, cool. Glad this is a cool Twitch chat. Do I relate to this girl? Yes. Yes, I do. Doesn't mean she's a self-insert though. There are distinct difference. There will be distinct differences that I'm
most
excited to
characters,
explore.
most TTRPG PCs are have a little
Well,
bit of yourself in them, you know?
no, this is genuinely. I think that the for me the way that I approach tabletop role playing game characters is I go in with an idea that I want to explore, like a different part of myself
Mm-hmm.
that I want to like engage with
Yeah.
and kind of isolate. So, for example, when I played a character named Sanguine, whose full name was "The wind was cool and the sunlight was warm. That was what we thought as we fell. Our rainbow feathers turned sanguine." Um,
Incredible.
that character was explicitly an exploration of like my feelings around nurture and the kind of like nurture I wanted to do as an at the time, not now, um, more mask non-binary person. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to like explore the way that I could like do nurture. And turns out playing that character made me realize some stuff about me not being mask. I went, oh, I think I just want to be a cool lady. Shout out to Sanguine. Um,
Nice.
Shout out to Sanguine. Probably turned out to be a cool mom. Cool bird lady mom. But yeah, this is how I approach characters. So if it seems like I'm being self-centered, I am. This is just how I do this.
Perfect. All right. I am ready when you are. Thank you for all of that while I figured out my character stuff. Because I do not have a Pinterest board. I just have ideas in my head. Chat is talking about true names, which are an important thing in several games, but they're specifically an important game in another a name in another game that I have written called Be Fae Do Crimes, where you are Fae and you do crimes. And you have a true name in that, and it is very important. Um, if you're interested in that, you can check it out on my itch page, flowerfae.itch.io.
Okay.
I went into
Um,
this with the vaguest concept of like aesthetic for my character and not
mhm.
anything else. So the rest of it I just made up
Yeah,
on the spot, which is the way this game is meant to go. So that's good.
I think I
Um,
knew I had an idea of what I wanted to play with here.
hmm how are we doing?
I'm golden.
All right, shall we introduce
Uh,
each other? Introduce ourselves, not each other this time.
this is my friend Adela. She made the game.
That's me.
Yeah, I'm more than ready to do the thing.
All right, how about you go first?
Alrighty, I am playing the mortal. I use she/her pronouns. What is the first thing a stranger would notice about you? That I was born in this town, but I'm not from here. Not like they are. This fact scares them and makes me hungry. How did I stumble into the bog? I wanted to go smoke weed and not be around straight people for like 15 minutes. And
Valid.
how do you make your feelings known? I say them, dipped in irony. I don't want to be perceived, laughing face emoji. That isn't true. I do. I just don't want them to be the ones doing it.
Hmm. Very good. Uh, I will be playing the Wisp. How do you manifest? The way a stranger in a dream manifests when you first see them, and sometimes out of the corner of your eye, they look like someone you know, but when you look closely, there's something a little bit off about them, and sometimes they look like a complete stranger. They are also semi-corporeal. They can choose to touch, but they're mostly just color and light, and a vague suggestion of a person who you might know. Uh, what does your light look like and how do you carry it? My light is a bundle of multicolored flame held in their cupped hands. The parts of their body closest to the light are the clearest. The rest is mostly just smudge and shadow. How did you first interact with the mortal? An enticing rainbow light filtering between narrow tree trunks, birch trees, falling on a little clearing of white flowers in the early evening, when the rest of the world is turning gray with dusk. She followed, and the light kept moving, always frustratingly out of reach and half hidden until she lost the path. And how do you make your feelings known? They have a musical voice that always sounds far away or like you're plugging your ears.
More
Yeah,
like that.
There you go. So we shall continue in the PDF. Let's read the flow of play section, and then we can get started.
Yeah. Do you want me to start?
Sure. We'll just take turns on
Okie
paragraphs.
dokie. Sorry, I'm scrolling down. There we go. Flow of play. Choose whether the mortal or the wisp will lead the first scene, or flip a coin if you're unable to decide. On your turn, flip the top card of the deck and read the prompt associated with it. Once you've established your scene, flip a coin to determine which way your character's mood will shift. On tails, move one space to the left. On heads, move one space to the right. Remember that either character can be the subject, the you described in the prompt. Decide together which character makes sense in that narrative moment. Regardless of who the prompt is affecting directly, the player who draws the card must demonstrate why this moment shifts their own character's mood.
A scene can be as simple as answering the scene prompt and showing how each character responds to the situation and to each other. Keep in mind how it affects the mood of the character who flipped the card. Players may choose to ask clarifying questions or add bits of dialogue or prompts to fill out the scene. If you need some help with this, there is a table of ideas in the supplementary nonsense section at the end of this document. We'll probably be fine. But that is an option.
Okay. Before the player, whose turn it is, moves their token to demonstrate their mood shift, the other can choose to play a shift card, describing what their character does to push their partner's mood in the direction of that card. Finish your turn by moving your token along the scale to reflect the coin flipped or shift card, placing the prompt card in your hand and discarding any shift cards that were used.
A scene typically takes 2 or 3 minutes. This game is meant to show a series of small, poignant moments in the journey of the mortal and the wisp growing closer to each other and further away from the world we know. A scene may go on a bit longer if additional questions and prompts are brought in, or if a player decides to play a shift card. You may find your scenes flowing easily into one another, or you may choose to say time has passed between scenes. That is up to you as storytellers.
Players should keep an eye on the cards in their hand, and remember that as soon as you have collected 5 unusable shift cards, you can choose to call for an exchange. You must hand over at least 5 cards. The other player can only reciprocate if they also have 5 unusable shift cards.
We can explain that mechanic more if we do it at some point. And when one player reaches either end of their mood scale, their mood is locked. This means they can no longer shift and must play every scene with that final mood in mind. When both players reach either end of their mood scale, the game ends. And there's an epilogue, which we will not read right now.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
Only for me to know. So,
yep,
which
even
one of
I
us is
don't
gonna
know.
go first?
I think I would like the mortal to start.
Okay, I was also thinking that, especially because
I think that makes sense.
I think the handoff we just did felt correct.
Yeah.
In that case, I am going to start play. I am going to flip the top card of the deck and read the prompt associated with it. Click draw here. I'm going to draw 1 card. Click. That
you should be able to also just drag it onto the...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's the 4 of clubs. Time to look in the PDF to see what that is. That's actually the 4 of spades. That's not the 4 of clubs. Wow, I should be killed. Wow. Oh,
hey,
the 4 of
be nice
conflict.
To yourself. It is the 4 of conflict. What a strong start.
There is a creature nearby, one who calls this bog its home. What is it, and what is it doing? Adela, do you have an answer to this question?
I think we could start off like really kind of pastoral and pleasant. I think the way that I described the first interaction is pretty nice. And I think it would be nice to just continue that with you're following this light and let's say a bird of some kind. Um, yeah, there's a small bird. Um, and yes, I know many things about birds, but right now I'm blanking on good birds. Uh, it's a small good bird. Just
May I add a
imagine
detail?
in your head what is a small bit good bird. Yes, please
There's
add a
a
detail.
thorned flower in its mouth. Like in its beak,
Nice.
some kind of thorned flower.
Yeah.
And I think that in our camera's lens, this is intentionally ambiguous.
Mm.
Um, it is, or it flickers. I think that
Ooh.
in one shot, I think in the film there'd be multiple shots from near the bird, kind of the mortal walking, and like shot reverse shot.
Hmm.
And so like the first is like a side shot with the bird in frame, and then the second is just from behind the mortal. And then it just like
Hmm.
reverses between these two shots, and switches between them. And I think every time it's a different thorned flower in its beak.
Huh.
So first a rose, then God, what's another good thorned flower?
Uh, I also know many things about flowers, but not right now. Um, for some reason, all I can think right now is burdock, which is not thorns, it's just stickiness.
Types of flowers that have thorns. Um, well, that's a short list. It's a short.
You can imagine for
Oh,
yourself several
oh,
different
I
types of
got this.
flowers.
I got this.
Uh-huh.
I got this.
Uh-huh.
A white lily with thorns. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, okay. So the thorn flowers do not necessarily make sense.
Yeah, it does not have to be.
Hmm.
Um, in fact, it is explicitly not correct.
Okay, so there's not a rose. There
Yes,
are
there is
flowers
no
that should not
rose.
have thorns.
Yes, it is. It is. Okay, that's the image. Um,
Nice.
it is a white lily with thorns. It is. Oh God, marigolds with thorns. So I think the three shots are white lily, marigold, um, and dogwood.
Nice. Is the bird flying along beside or above you, or is it just every time we see it, it is sitting in a different spot, but always keeping pace?
I
Or
think
is
it's the
it
second
watching
one.
from a distance as you disappear?
I think it's the second one. It's
Okay.
always in a different spot, but the framing of the shot feels. The camera is always the same distance from the mortal.
Okay.
I think that is what's happening here.
Does the mortal notice the bird?
No.
Too distracted by the rainbow light?
Yeah, I think
All right.
so.
How do you feel about this situation
I guess I
that
should
you're
flip a
in?
coin.
Yeah. One day, perhaps Roll20 will have an actual coin flip mechanic
Slash
that you can
roll
use. But for now,
d2.
we just roll dice.
It's a 1, so it moves to the left. Let me get rid of this deck here.
All
Okay.
right, so you are going to become more lost.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. I'm trying to think of how this manifests.
Yeah.
Um, I think that for the mortal, I think it manifests as her doing things unconsciously. Like not fidgeting. It is fidgeting, right? She is fidgeting, but I think she starts thumbing her lighter without realizing it. So
Mm.
the it's clear that she doesn't realize she's doing this, but there's
Hmm.
just a
Yeah.
as the shots progress.
Hey, good Foley, Ren.
Thank you. And that is scene.
Excellent. Nice. Okay. I shall flip my card. I'm going to put it directly on the table because the stream will not be able to see it in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a thing that Roll20 loves to do with these cards. So they just get squashed. Um, but you can still see it. 4 of movement. Another 4.
Well, I love numbers.
There's something poetic about this night. Oh no, why did I get this card? This is your card, Ren. There's something poetic about this night. What verse does it remind you of, or will you write your own? I mean, I'm going to reverse this. I'm going to put this question on you because it feels like a question that the mortal should be answering, especially because we um very much about the Wisp yet, and we have not really seen the Wisp's perspective yet, and I would rather see the mortal's perspective with this question. Um,
Okay. Well, damn it. Let me just pull up my that. See, I'm a cheater, and I always have like poetry I've done on hand. In case this question comes up, I always have this Scrivener open whenever I'm playing this game with Adela, so I can lean on something I've written in the past, and I don't have to I don't have to come up with something on the spot.
Little secret
Alrighty.
fun fact for the stream, this question was specifically written for Renata.
Okay. Is there anything in my fragments?
And yes, as Rebecca mentioned in the chat, you can also do a song for this prompt, which is a little bit easier for me if I'm the one answering it, but you could have a song stuck in your head or can remind you of a song.
Sorry, I will. This will just take me a sec.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, God, I need. Oh, God, we got. This is an easy one with this setting. With this setting,
Yeah, I'm excited.
um, I think that the line that kind of comes to her in this moment is it's a series of lines. It's a verse.
Hmm.
This body of mine is a forgery, born of sea brine and the shadows cast from foam, catching in the light. This body of mine is catatonic and raw, posable, all tension and potential. This body of mine is a revolution in the way that a bicycle wheel becomes forward motion only after falling in love with the ground. This body of mine is beautiful moss on an invisible deer skull, and some night I shall be crushed underfoot by a sleepwalking godchild in bloom.
Beautiful. I have several questions, Ren.
Yeah, what's up?
So this is a scene that is going to affect the Wisp's mood.
Mm-hmm.
Is the mortal saying a line out loud? Is the mortal writing something down, or is this a like
She's
is
saying
this
something
a
out loud.
thought? Okay, okay.
She's thinking about this verse, and some of it slips. I think I want to lean into the unconscious action of the lost
Mm-hmm.
in this moment, and she's thinking about this verse, and under her breath, accidentally mutters the two last lines. And some night
Nice.
I will be crushed underfoot by a sleepwalking godchild in bloom.
Interesting. Okay, that's interesting that I don't get the rest of the verse, just that. Um, I need to see how I feel about this uh before I decide how I'm going to respond, if I'm going to respond. So, okay, I will be moving towards malicious. Um,
Cool.
uh, I mean, I think it's it's almost a disappointment that you, from the perspective of the Wisp, you know w what is happening.
Yeah.
The Wisp thinks, "Oh, this mortal is not like I do not have this mortal under my spell. This mortal knows that
Hmm.
they are going to be lost."
There's a consciousness to the fact
Yeah.
that I am here doing this.
Yeah, the Wisp is yeah, I think this makes it aware that you have chosen to be here and
Hmm.
they are not necessarily in power in the way that they thought that they were.
Hmm. We
Um,
both know what's happening here now,
yes,
and that
exactly.
unsettles you.
Yeah. Um, it does. And I think the way that that manifests is that the light stops moving. Um, it is hidden it not hidden, it is still filtering through. I've been imagining that you've been walking between like through a birch grove. I
Hmm.
just really love birch
Hmm.
trees. Um and the light has stopped moving, so you are getting closer to it. And
Hmm.
it's if you I think you realize that the light has stopped moving, and that if you step through this next like under this next branch, you will see it.
Hmm. I think that also to answer the question in chat, the roll 20 was very slow in terms of showing me a Dayla's roll for some reason. And I think that the moment the light stops, it coincides with a, and
Hmm.
also that stops at the same time.
Yeah.
I like the fact that those two things coincide.
Hmm.
Alrighty, it's my turn.
Hmm.
That is the Jack of Clubs. So let me pull up that in the old PDF. It's a very pretty PDF, by the way. Let me just note
Oh
for
yes,
those of you
Ren
who have
has
not stared at it.
the new, most updated version, which is fully color illustrated.
This is the Jack of Mystery. There's a dreamlike quality to the world. What makes you suspect you might not be awake? Oh, okay. I know. I've got it. I've got it.
Hmm.
I think that with that final flick, that final, the lighter holds its flame
Hmm.
because I accidentally pressed the button down,
Hmm.
and because I was doing this idly, I was holding it. I'm talking about like your standard like cigarette lighter,
Yeah.
your like pocket lighter. And I think that she was holding it in such a way that the flame reaches up to her thumb because she's not holding it vertically, right? The flame is
Hmm.
crawling
Yeah, yeah,
up the
yeah.
lighter onto her thumb, and she isn't being burned.
Oh,
And like
interesting.
she looks down and realizes that her thumb is like wrapped in flame and it doesn't hurt. And I think that is dreamlike and strange, um, in a way that catches her off guard. Let's see how she feels about this. She leans in,
Um,
and it just. I think that the shot we get of her leaning in is the nail polish on her right thumb starts to crack from the heat,
hmm,
but she still isn't being burned.
interesting.
That is the image here as she leans into being lost, as she leans into like literally letting this fire take away a part of
Yeah.
her, even though she can't feel it.
Hmm. All right. Um, I will take a card. Don't forget to take your card into your hand.
Oh, yeah, I shouldn't just let it kind of sit there, taking up space in the screen.
All right, I have got the 3 of conflict. You notice something about them that you find terrifying. What is it, and how do you react? Hmm.
Why are you afraid of me?
Yeah, why am I afraid of you? I would like to be the one answering this question, um, because the Wisp has not done much yet. Uh, I don't want. I don't. I think it's. I don't want to be boring and just continue with what I was talking about before, but you leaning in is terrifying. You knowing what is happening here and embracing it is not what they expected. It
Mm-hmm.
is not anything that they've experienced before with another mortal.
Mm-hmm.
And um, they, I think also it's that, and also a slightly tangential thing, which is just you have this light
Mm-hmm.
that you are have kept on, and you they think you might not need their light.
May I ask a question?
Yes, absolutely.
How are you misinterpreting my action?
Hmm. Um, I think they're misinterpreting it directly as I do not need your light, I have my own.
Mm.
Um, and um, I do have to see which direction I'm going to move,
Mm-hmm.
but uh, because I am going to have a reaction to that,
Mm-hmm.
I should see which direction I'm going to move before I have a reaction. Oh, okay. Love that for me. Okay, so the Wisp misinterprets that, and I think that it kind of moves forward. Um, I think that I'm imagining that you are still like you haven't gone through the like between the last trees that will take you to see where the Wisp is,
No, I'm just standing there, nail
specifically. So
polish
you're still,
burning.
yeah, yeah. So I think that the Wisp actually is the one that comes forward, and it's very tentative. Um, it is not curious to see what you're doing. It is um, almost drawn towards
Mm-hmm.
you.
Yeah, this follows.
Like, yeah, yeah. It just so you would see the light start to move towards you, and then you would see kind of the cupped hands emerge out of the shadows behind the trees, and then um, a vague figure step out. And I don't think it's looking at you. I think it's looking at your flame, your
Mm-hmm.
fire. Um, and I think it's also it's has one hand, the flame, its light is in one hand, and the other hand is kind of sheltering it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So you're staring at the flame.
yeah.
I
And I
think
also stop at the edge. Like I do not keep coming closer. As soon as I've emerged, I stop and stay there.
I think this anxious, irony poisoned college student goes, "Oh, what's up, Mothman?" Was seeing you drawn to the flame, decides to start calling you Mothman.
Oh my God.
Um,
Uh,
Alrighty.
okay.
Would you
I
like
do
to?
want to, I don't want to like, sorry, I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to continue the scene too much, but I do think that when you said that, they this is the first time you've actually addressed them, and they just like sharply look up at you and uh like at your eyes, and I think that you recognize their eyes for a split second.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Got it. Thank
I
you.
don't know who they look like.
Alrighty. I have drawn the eight of spades, which is the eight of conflict. Share with them a memory of something you are ashamed of. What compels you to do this?
We could do this as a time skip, or we could do this as
I like
another unconscious type of thing.
I like jumping. I like jump. Well,
Mm-hmm.
actually, the thing that's going to decide whether or not this is subconscious or intentional is going to be this, because
Yep.
I know what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I think that we jump forward a little bit, and they're both walking, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that the mortal stops outside of an old church, and
The Wisp was following, by the way. The Wisp was not leading.
she stands there and she puts her hand in between the doors and in the large window on the right hand side. So this church has like had large windows. There's no glass in them, with the old kind of shutters
Mm-hmm.
that have like slats,
Yeah.
and they're open. And she kind of takes the one on the left and she closes it slightly and she puts her hand against the wood of the wall next to the door. And she says, "This is where a girl kissed me for the first time, and then I ran away." And some paint cracks underneath her
Hmm.
fingers. And she's still lost here, but she's moving away from it as
Thinking about.
when she pulls her hand away, she sees the cracked paint on her fingertips,
Mm-hmm.
and it reminds her that this is not a dream.
Yeah. I think the
That
Wisp. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just to say that the world listens when she touches it.
Mm-hmm. I think the Wisp steps forward and like peeks in through the window as if there's something in there to see, and also like I think like actually sticks its head in through the window and then pulls back out, and then like looks at the spot you touched and puts its hand there, and um while holding the flame in the other hand, and then pulls its hand back, and it hasn't affected anything.
Huh, Mothman really is gay. Huh. Wow. Didn't see that one coming.
No, who would have thought?
Didn't think we would have accurately guessed that. This is all in character.
Oh wait, this is in character. Sorry, I did
Oh,
not
yeah,
realize
yeah.
that.
1,000%. 1,000%. This irony poison girl goes, "Oh, I didn't realize Mothman was gay, too." Huh. Wow. Damn, good
uh
called shot, queers.
it like shields its flame again and kind of like looks at you side eye.
She shrugs.
It shrugs.
All right, your turn.
All right. 10 of movement. You are separated in the dark, confused by fog or glamour. Do you call out for them? So this is, I think that it is just starting to actually get dark. I was describing that it was like kind of
Mm-hmm.
dusk when we started. Um, I think the sun is almost all the way down, and it's the type of day where it's not a colorful sunset. Um, so, uh, depending on how dense the forest is where we are, it is some places you can see and some places you cannot see at all at this
Mm-hmm.
point. Um, and I think confused by glamour is
Mm-hmm.
interesting. And I wonder if it is the bird again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I can't decide if I'm more interested in, oh, maybe we're both confused
Mm-hmm.
rather than just one of us. I think that I don't know if you follow, uh, I don't think that you are following something specific. I think
Yeah.
you end up away from the church without
Mm-hmm.
like kind of realizing where you've gone or how you've gotten there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the wisp does follow the bird. I think the wisp was in a curious mood at the church and saw something. I don't think that the bird is something that they know very well, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that they followed it. And um,
What's your
they
mood?
did. Yeah, what is my mood? I will see if I call out for you because I would like to be the one answering that question. Oops. Come on, roll 20. Let me do the thing.
Please roll Tawny. Let Adela roll.
All right. Okay. Towards melancholy. Um, the wisp hasn't spoken yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, I think that I think they don't call out for you, but I think that you do see their light in the distance, further away than you would have thought, given that only like a few seconds have passed, really.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's kind of uh moving back and forth as if it is unsure which direction to go in the distance.
And this time her arm is fully extended.
Hmm.
And the flame doesn't take, but it sparks. And I think
Hmm.
it's just low enough dusk that you can see the spark.
Yeah.
If you were right next to it, the camera sees the spark, and it is impossible for you to see. It would be impossible for you to see the spark from your distance, but the camera
Hmm.
knows that the spark is visible.
Hmm.
And it's just that three times, three times in
Yeah.
quick succession, this is intentional, not
Yeah.
instinct.
They are, yeah, they are standing at the edge of like the space that you're in now.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the same way they were before, watching the flame, not approaching, kind of protecting their own light.
Um, hmm. I'm trying to think of how the mortal responds to your return.
Hmm.
I think she gives you some awkward finger guns with her free non-lighter hand,
Hmm. Hmm.
like a cowboy. She does like a cowboy like
Uh-huh.
underhand
Uh-huh.
like, hey.
I think the wisp looks behind themselves as if you were pointing at something
Uh,
and like stares in that direction for like a little bit too long and then looks back like completely blank faced.
Yeah, seems about right. And she like rolls her eyes and smiles. She's glad that you're
It
back.
it rolls its eyes and very small smile.
Alrighty, it's my turn. Click. That is the 4 of
Of
conflict.
no, that's the four
It's
of
the 4 of mystery.
mystery.
Oh, I
Hmm.
should be killed.
Stop
Um,
saying that, Ren.
Whispers in the fog. It is not safe here. Who are they? I have the answer to this.
Okay.
Uh, who are they? Ghosts of people who didn't get to leave this place.
Mm-hmm.
This is I would say not a common refrain, but this is I would. Oh my God, Adela, this
Yes.
is just for you and I.
Okay.
Um, these feel different from the last Wisp I played.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For context, the last Wisp I played was a consolidation of ghosts. Sorry, no,
Mm-hmm.
not consolidation. Was a procession of beautiful ghosts.
Yes.
Is the actual description for them. They were a procession of beautiful ghosts, and that is not what this is. This is
Mm-hmm.
chaotic. There
Mm-hmm.
are people walking around quickly. There are people carrying things. Um, there are many kinds of labor happening all around the mortal, and no one looks very happy about it. There are lots of people doing their jobs around the mortal,
Mm-hmm.
um, and let me see how she feels about this. She's angry.
Ah. Why?
This is why she wants to go. This is the thing that she's afraid of. This is the thing that she sees.
Mm.
This is why she in my description I have that I was born in this town, but I'm not from here. This fact scares them and makes me hungry. And this is the hunger. This is a moment where we start to see the hunger kind of manifest.
Mm-hmm.
And in this way, this hunger kind of manifests as something. This is not quite the good kind of hunger yet. I think we are not yet far enough onto curious for this to be the good kind of hunger.
Mm-hmm.
There is a spitefulness to her hunger in this moment. Um, I don't think she wants you to see this.
Mm.
By the way, Adela, may we take
Yeah.
5 just really quick?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Um, yeah. We'll take 5 and we will see. Or 10, and then I can eat something because I have not had supper.
Ooh, I also have not had a little snack. I would
Yes.
like a little snack today.
Let's take 10 and we'll be back at about 8:35 EST.
Mm-hmm.
All
All
right.
right, folks, we'll be right back. I'm going to set up the
Yeah.
splash screen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gamers greetings. I'm back. Adela is not yet back. I just had to. I now have to sit awkwardly close to my personal computer because my headphones just died. So I have. Let me check. About 1.5 feet of headphone cord in order to actually move around in the space. I think that's neat, and that's enough to kind of live and kind of enough to live and talk and kind of be on a live stream. It's enough for me. 1 foot 6 inches? Pfft, ain't nothing. But luckily, I am a professional. I'm going to test to make sure my desktop capture is still working, given that my audio sources did change. So we're just going to do it quick. Is that working? Folks, tell me if you heard the wah 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 wow 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 wah 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 wah, etc., etc. Okay, perfect. You heard the music. Okay, that's correct. That is the wah 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 sound I was making. I was just making sure that all of my audio capture was working. So when Adela gets back and returns, which she should not rush, so if Rebecca is hearing this and hears me say Adela shouldn't rush, you should make sure that she doesn't rush and she takes her time, because I'm just gonna kind of hang out. And have a little vibe sesh with the chat. I think that'll be, that's how it be. Sometimes you just kind of vibe with chat. I'm sipping some Members Mark purified, mineral enhanced for taste water. No, don't let her rush. Rebecca, literally, okay. Could you do me a favor and literally, if she's rushing eating, I was gonna say something horrible. Just like grab onto her lower jaw so it takes her longer to chew. Just add like a little bit of resistance, and no, just add a little bit of resistance to the chewing. Listen, if she's not gonna listen, you have to make her chewing take longer, so you have to add resistance. I don't know how strong Adela's jaw muscles are. They could be really strong, and you might not have the physical strength to kind of slow down the process. But if you can, you should. I would keep music on if it didn't mean that the stream would be immediately copyright claimed. Just immediately struck with a copyright claim, at which point it would disappear. And we wouldn't be able to get the VOD to record and then put on the internet. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you for doing that incredibly weird thing I asked you to do. God. Um, I can talk about. You know what? Here. Do people want the rest of the poem that I borrowed that verse from? That's something to fill time. So that's a yes. So you do want me to do that to kind of fill time. Okay, cool. Why not? Content warning. There's some gross stuff in here. It's gonna get a bit icky in the second half. But you know what? It'll be fine. Listen, we're all in it together. This is a cool chat of 11 people, and I trust us all to kind of be cool with some stuff. Read not in silence, these words are dogma imbibed as mantra. Let yourself state the summer taste sanguine. Let your lips curl, twist, and writhe. Let your longing take shape, and let your dirty fingernails drag, leaving tatters long and raw. This body of mine is a forgery, born of sea brine and shadows cast from foam, catching in the light. This body of mine is catatonic and raw, posable, all tension and potential. This body of mine is a revolution in the way that a bicycle wheel becomes forward motion, only after falling in love with the ground. This body of mine is beautiful moss on an invisible deer skull, and one night I will be crushed underfoot by a sleepwalking godchild in bloom. I am dream-drunk and fading like ghost or memory. I am peeling, molting, and many other words for becoming exposed. I am flesh feeling, that evoking, Icarus falling, bones scalding, skin melting, wax melding. I am asking you to touch my muscle, wet and taut. Slide your nails down to the marrow, and I feel like inside, don't I? Like tonguing, like licking. So taste my femur through your fingers. I am leaking fundament, and I am bleeding bone. So I demand you drink from the divots in my collarbones. Dip your lips into those little pools and suck like you're breathing, because you are. It is gelatin, keratin, and call it sin. It is our bodies weaving like sinew, like stitching. It is strange and soft, and it is queer. It is limbs, mouths, torsos, and toes. It is curling, crying, and it is being seen. It is pale, and it is brown, and it is black, and it is beautiful, and it is unrecognizable as anything but us. We are warping from the heat of our own conflagration, this body of ours atop the absent throne of creation. It is burning in glorious convalescence, so let yourself emerge, scarred and transformed, eyes gleaming opalescent. For the revolution has come. That's kind of a cool one, right?
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Adela? Welcome back. I apologize.
Hi. No apology necessary. I have been listening this entire time, just so you know.
The whole time?
Oh yeah, the whole time.
Oh, ripped you, but I'm different. Welcome back. Sorry about that. Sorry, I just created an energy in the space. Can we get a sound check? Does Adela sound all right?
It is a very, I feel, a very appropriate song, or poem, sorry, to the tone of this game in sometimes.
Sometimes.
Some ways that this game can be played, yes.
Some ways this game... I would say that this, The Revolution Has Come is more in line with our last characters.
Yeah, fair.
I would say this is true.
Are we going to continue making references to our last... game that no one will ever hear.
That no one will ever hear because it was not recorded, but it was perfect. Same thing with our Be Fey Do Crime game.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one.
That was a good game.
Didn't we? Okay, didn't I hit your dad with a baseball bat?
Pretty sure. It's a very different sort of game, Be Fey Do
It's a
Crimes.
very different sort of game. I mean, listen, we made it. Listen, we made it like the thing
We
it
did
was.
we did make it the thing it was. We should continue this game though.
Okay.
We can go back to the Roll20. I can feel hiccups coming on because I ate too fast, and I apologize
Oh,
if that
whoops.
starts to happen.
I have the wrong tab open, and don't worry about it. There we go. Whoops. All right. We're back, and it's no. Oh no. Oh man, I goofed it. All right, one sec. I gotta fix my fucking thing. Oh wait, wrong one. We're gonna lock that. We're gonna unlock window capture. We're gonna delete that. We're gonna wait.
Hi,
no.
Mon. I was rushing. I apologize. I had an
Frickin'
entire
bastard.
vegan chicken sandwich from KFC that I had to finish.
Now what's that?
I've never had it. I've never had anything from KFC because they literally, like, why would they ever have vegetarian, vegan options? But Rebecca said they have vegan chicken sandwiches now, and it was quite delicious.
That's astounding to me. I'm about to gotten to sneeze. Oh, this is fucked up that I have to sneeze right now.
We're gonna have all the mouth sounds, so because I'm gonna have hiccups at some point.
No, we
Oh, you're
won't.
gonna mute? Okay.
No, I'm just not gonna sneeze.
Oh, you're just not gonna sneeze.
Do I look
Got
like a
it.
coward to you? Oh, my nose is tingling from the sneeze that's coming on. That you're never gonna hear because I'm never gonna let it come out. You think I'm gonna sneeze on a live stream? Never. Me? Fuck out of here. Alrighty. I fixed the very slight things that I wanna fix. Okay. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. All right, we're good.
I also hate when a sneeze gets stuck in your face, Adam or Mon, whoever is speaking currently.
No, I hope it stays. No, I love it. Just a
right.
low, quiet sting.
All right. Whose turn is it?
It's yours.
Mine. Yes, because you just rolled. I see. All right. Back into the mode of the game. 5 of mystery. The temperature changes, a chill in the air, or a prickle of sweat. Do you move closer? Yeah, it gets warmer, which is weird because it just got dark and it's nighttime. And I think it's a significant enough change from one moment to the next that it's clearly not a normal, just like warm summer night. And I think that I don't think that it was caused by the Wisp. I think that it was caused. I think that the ghosts that were around have. I don't think that they're always there. I think that I think they kind of fade in and out. And sometimes you see a few, sometimes you see many, sometimes you see so many that they're like layering on top of each other. And sometimes you see none at all. And I think that they, at one point when they start layering on top of each other, they are moving like not like ridiculously fast. It's not like a time lapse, but it's like just a little bit unnervingly fast. Just a little bit too fast to be natural with the things that they're doing, the work that they're doing. Like picking up something heavy and it's just it's just a little bit too easy and too fast. Yeah, exactly. Um, and the air heats up around you as that is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think that the wisp, okay, I'm gonna see. This time I actually want to make the decision before I roll, and then I will continue from there. But I think that the wisp does move closer, um, and is almost not. Uh, I think it's not really looking at you. It's
Mm-hmm.
looking at one of the ghosts or several of the ghosts. You can't really tell, but it is looking in that direction and kind of backing away towards you,
Mm-hmm.
um, while also like sheltering its light.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and let's see how I feel about this. Not great. Okay. Um, yeah. So I think that it's as it comes closer to you, the heat picks up, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not coming from the wisp,
Right.
but it's getting hotter, and there is something coming from the wisp, which is uh it's like a mixture of horror and like paralyzing fear
Mm-hmm.
that like leaks out of it. And I don't know if it's like you can just sense it and it's not affecting you, or if it is also affecting you.
Mm-hmm.
That is up to you.
Um, I don't think it's affecting me enough to like move me. It's like not even uncomfortable yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an awareness of an awareness. It's like an awareness of pressure before it turns to pain.
Mm,
You know, it's someone pushing on your arm, but
yeah.
that with heat. Where it's like I'm
Mm-hmm.
someone's clearly pushing on my arm, and if they push like even a little bit harder, I'm going to bruise.
Yeah.
Yes, this is good.
Mm-hmm.
Good scene.
Thanks.
Let's see what cards that I have again. Let me check. Those are tabs. I have so many tabs. I have like 7 different windows open. Okay. Um,
You have
oh right.
you have yeah.
Black cards shift left, red
Yeah.
cards shift right.
Yeah. And
Okay.
you can only shift me left if you want to.
No, I know. I know. I'm just checking
Mhm.
something. Uh, Diamond shift melancholy and conflict shifts malicious. So I have two. Okay, got it. Sorry, I was figuring out how many cards I can't use.
Got it.
How many cards
Yeah.
can't you use? Are we in the same? Are we in the
Me?
same? Yeah.
Uh, I can use 3.
You can use 3. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can use 2. This is interesting. All right,
Mm-hmm.
my turn.
Should we explain that mechanic now,
No.
or just wait? We'll just wait till we actually do it.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good.
King of Spades. The King of Conflict. Ask for
Love to
their
be the
name.
king of conflict.
Other, do you
Oh,
answer truthfully?
who's asking?
I am.
Okay. Is this a continuation of the scene or later?
I think that this is a continuation of the scene.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm fixing something on the stream. There we go. trying to think of how she asks this. She doesn't say it. She doesn't say anything. I think she asks it by leaning into that feeling of recognition she had earlier.
Oh, yeah.
And the way she is looking at you, she's looking at you like she's trying to figure you out.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a way to ask something of someone. Or ask something about someone,
Yeah.
is to just look
Yeah.
at them in such a way that it makes it clear that you want something.
That is unnerving, for the Wisp. It is not unusual for someone to look at them like they're trying to figure them out. That is normal. I don't think they know that they appear recognizable to people at times. I don't think they know that, but they do know that mortals tend to look at them that way, so it's not that part of it that's unnerving. It's the wanting something out of it that is unnerving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It isn't getting lost in the recognition. It is it is intentionally like going, I want to recognize you.
Yeah. I think that, okay, so they are going to answer, they are not going to answer with words. They are going to, like, I think they take their hand that's covering their light off so that it's brighter, and it lights up their face, and it is not anyone that you recognize, but it is like the clearest that it has been of a person. But it is very clearly not anyone you have ever seen before. Is that enough of an answer?
Yes.
Great.
I have shifted towards curious.
Why are you moving? Yeah, why are you shifting towards curious?
Good answer.
Nice.
This is the fact that there is still more to figure out here is not grounding, but it is
You didn't want a definite answer.
Yes, exactly. She didn't.
Yeah.
A definite answer is boring.
The mystery to continue. Yeah.
Yeah. This lets her indulge in her curiousness. Great. That is my turn.
Okay. Ooh. Oof. I got the Ace of Conflict. I am going to now read the special note on aces, because this is an ace that pertains to the Wisp. So, the ace. The ace is the most powerful card in this game. Aces hold prompts and questions that have the potential to cement your fate, to secure your fortune or your doom if you so choose. Aces operate differently than any other kind of card in Wisp. There are 2 aces for the mortal and 2 for the Wisp. You can only use the full power of the aces that apply to your character. Do not flip a coin when you... So, yeah, the reason why the aces are powerful, you do not flip a coin when you use them. You simply answer the question, and your answer is a yes-no question. The answer to your question will decide which direction you go. If you answer a specific way, you move all the way to that end of the scale and are locked there, as if you had just shifted there. And if you answer the other way, you just move one step in the other direction. So each of the aces has the potential to move one player all the way to the end of their mood scale locked there. And I have drawn the ace that not only pertains to the Wisp, but is the Ace of Conflict, which means that it would be moving me all the way to malicious, depending on my answer.
Mm-hmm.
So I will now read the prompt. Something about them makes you angry. Do you act upon this sudden feeling? Do not flip a coin. If you answer yes, move towards the left. If you answer no, move towards the right. If the Wisp draws the card and answers yes, move your token all the way to malicious and become lost. If you answer no, move one step towards melancholy as if you had flipped heads.
What makes you angry about me?
What makes you angry? What makes
Or do you want me to answer that?
I would like it to extend out of this scene because I really like the scene that we have going on right
Yes.
now. I think that the temperature is continuing to rise. The ghosts are continuing to like layer. I don't think they're speeding up, but there's just more of them.
Something flickers in my eyes for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Disdain. Not for you,
Mm-hmm.
for the ghosts. It isn't cruelty. I don't think it doesn't last long enough for it to be cruelty. I do not think the mortal is a cruel girl. I think that she is very angry about the world that she lives in and what it does to people.
Mm-hmm.
And for a second, that anger applies to the people who have been hurt by it.
Mm.
And in that moment of weakness, you see something that makes you furious.
Yeah. Okay. I think it does. Okay, so I have a choice here. This is a big choice because it's an ace, and that is what aces are meant to do. Because I am interested in either answer here, but depending on my choice, I could move us closer to the end of the game. Would also be leaning into the tragedy, which is a player principle of this game. But also, this is the ace that moves me towards malicious, and that is a choice to make.
We can always return to this question later.
Yes. Okay, that is a good point. And I have not been playing the Wisp as malicious so far.
No.
Even when it has been moving in that direction, it has been not directed at you. Or at least not like what am I trying to say? Not like vindictively against you. If it was malicious towards you, it was accidental. So I don't think it is time for it to be purposeful. It does make them angry. And
can I give you a reason why it shifts to melancholy?
Sure.
After that moment of disdain, there is regret. And you see that this is clearly a feeling that she's fighting.
Yeah. I don't know if that is something that the Wisp notices, because I think the Wisp is fighting its own battle right now. And I think the temperature rises like a fever and breaks, and you do not, nothing happens to you. The ghosts slow back down to normal speed and fade very, very, very slowly. Like they will still be fading in the next scene. They are not out by the end of this scene. And the Wisp is hiding behind the trees again. Yeah. So I'm going to move one towards melancholy.
Good scene.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. I should probably put this card in my hand.
Yeah, your king is still
King card. Whoops.
still there.
Whoops. 5 of diamonds. This is our first diamond.
Yeah, we have not had this yet. 5 of stillness.
5 of stillness. Describe the sound of their voice and why you cannot stop thinking about it. Your voice is already explicit in the text. Tell me about mine.
Oh. Okay. I was curious just because I haven't actually used my voice yet.
Oh shit! No, you're right. Oh my god!
I have not used my voice yet. So,
oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think
I feel like this might be an opportunity for
yes,
that. Yeah.
This is the moment. Yes. Okay. Here I can pull up your description of your voice. Since I am the one answering this question. Oh my god. Sorry, I messed up the roll 20. Okay, there you go. A musical voice that always sounds far away or like you're plugging your ears. Oh my god. I know exactly how she describes your voice.
Okay, before you do that,
yes,
I would like the Wisp to say something because you have not heard their voice.
Oh my god,
yet.
You're right. I'm sorry. I got excited.
Yeah. They are hidden behind the tree and watching through the branches. And then I think they turn their back, and you can just see their light is. You can only kind of see it around like the edges of their form, their figure, because they're not transparent. And they repeat the 2 lines of your poem.
Mm-hmm.
And they say it, and it sounds like it's coming from behind you, but you know that it's coming from them.
You sound like music when I'm high. And she says that with endearment. Let me roll.
Yeah.
Wait, did we miss a roll?
No, that was me with the ace.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
And she gets lost in that thought.
You cannot stop thinking about it, as the prompt said.
Mm-hmm. And specifically in the feeling of displacement that comes with that kind of, with hearing something like in that way.
Yeah.
Hearing in that mode comes with a certain kind of displacement. And instead of making the feeling stronger, it dulls it.
Okay.
It can do either. Theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
All right, your turn.
6 of movement. Hey, Ren, I'm feeling things.
You?
Uh-huh.
Oh, little you.
6 of movement. Ghostly figures run past you, swirling mist. Do you follow them? This is different from the ghosts that you have seen so far. These ghosts are not working. They're the same. We had never really described exactly how the ghosts looked, but I have an image of them in my mind. But these, and I think it's fine for everyone to have their own image of what the ghosts look like. But these are the same. They're not a different type of creature. They are just not working. They are running past. They're playing a game. They're children. And there's like you know, that ghostly, childlike laughter that follows just a split second after their movement, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not connected, or it's not it's out of sync. Uh and I think they almost the wisp is jostled by them, which is maybe strange because
Mm-hmm.
you have not seen the wisp be physically affected by anything yet.
Yes.
Um, and they like completely they shield their flame again, which they hadn't been doing just before this. Um, and they turn and watch the ghost children run past and disappear into the shadows. And I don't know if they're going to follow because I need to roll first. Need to flip first. Um, Still do not know if they are going to follow. uh, yeah, they will follow, and they follow too fast for you to follow as well. They're gone.
Interesting.
They're gone
Interesting.
for the moment. And they've covered their flame, so you can't even see that in the distance right now.
Got it. Let me see how I feel about this. The Queen of Mystery. There are more lights appearing through the mist. What is their source? Is it you?
Okay, I just had a very random thought pop in, and I'm just going to follow it. It is it is not the same light as the light that the wisp carries, but is not. It is more similar to that than it is to your flame, your physical flame, your fire.
Mm-hmm.
It is, and it is 5 like candle size flames that and of shifting colors that the ghost children are kind of tossing back and forth between them as they dance and run and stand in a circle in a clearing that you come upon.
Mm-hmm.
And the I think the wisp is, I'm going to just continue doing what the wisp has been doing, is the wisp is standing off to the side, watching them with its flame covered.
Mm-hmm. It shifts me towards curious. Trying to think of how she responds to this.
I just realized that I moved in the wrong direction on the last one.
Yes, you did. I can move you.
So I should have gone up here.
Boop. Yep. Okay. How does she respond here? This is only a slight shift towards curious.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to... I have an image I want to use at some point, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure yet. I think she drops the irony for a second and smiles.
She's smiling at the children.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is her way of making up for what... For the way she felt looking at their parents.
Mm-hmm.
She hopes that She hopes that their lives were better.
Mm-hmm.
And for a second, she lets herself imagine them.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little better. Maybe she sees herself in one or two of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's scene.
And then she looks across at the Wisp and sees herself looking back for the tiniest split second that she second guesses it and doesn't think that it happened before it is just ambiguous again. Oh my goodness.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, another ace. Okay. This is not an ace that
This is mine.
affects the Wisp. Yeah, this is an ace for you. So I now will have this in my hand, which is excellent. The Ace of Mystery says you've been wandering circles into exhaustion, and suddenly you realize you've forgotten where you are and what happened to you. You're not even sure of your own name. Do you want to remember? This is perfect in the context of this Wisp. They have been wandering circles in this marsh, in this bog, for longer than they can remember. They have moments of clarity and moments of remembering and moments of being entirely lost.
Mm-hmm.
And the moments of clarity are not the good moments.
Mm-hmm.
When they were back at the church, peeking into the church and like copying you and being cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was them entirely lost. That was them not knowing who they were or caring. Them fighting their anger as the temperature rose was them knowing who they were. They do not want to remember. So I'm moving towards the left.
Towards malicious.
Yeah.
Got it. And the Seven of Hearts. This is the Seven of Movement. What do they smell like, and when did you notice that? Adela, what does the mortal smell like, and when did you notice it?
Okay. Aside from weed.
That can be the answer.
I mean, I think that that would have been the most obvious smell from the beginning, and wouldn't be something that they noticed later. I think that they would later notice something more subtle underneath that. And I don't think it's the smell of a scent that she put on, or a food that she ate recently. I think it's the smell of the room that she spends the most time in. I guess it doesn't have to be an indoor space. It could also be an outdoor space.
It's a room.
I like the idea of a room, yeah.
This is the only place she is outdoors.
Okay, interesting. I think that they noticed, and you can tell me if you want to share what the room is, but I think that they noticed I think that I think that it's a little bit, yeah. Do you have an idea?
Can I pitch you on something?
Sure. Go ahead.
What if it isn't? Because I know which way I'm shifting here.
Mm-hmm.
What if it isn't? It smells like the room not that I have, that I spend the most time in,
Mm-hmm.
but that I have spent the most time in.
Okay.
And for a second, you are a different girl.
Hmm.
Like, smelling it, recognizing the smell. For a sec, you take on the image,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and something in her becomes more present.
Mm.
It is not the same girl from earlier.
Yeah, different girl. Okay. Does she react to this?
No,
Does she
she
see it?
she sees it. She doesn't let you. She doesn't let her guard down enough
Mm.
to. The lack of a reaction is reaction enough
Yeah.
in this moment.
Well, like I said, the wisp doesn't know that it manifests as things that people recognize.
Yeah.
So I don't think that it registers that really.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just notices the smell and is it feels like it clicks with something, but they can't grasp what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What does the room smell like? Oh, I've had a good candle recently. Balsam and cedar.
Mm.
It's a good smell.
Yeah. And not a smell. I'm imagining this forest is more deciduous, so
Yeah.
not a smell that we would have
Yeah.
here.
A balsam and cedar and it is not a it's not a mask smell. Like this is I don't know how to yeah. It's something.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn, Adela.
That is my turn. Okay. Three of movement. Why do you take your companion's hand? What follows? All right. Um, can this be, so I know we just did this, the scent thing. Can that have been earlier? Can that be a flashback? Have been a flashback? Because I kind of want to continue from the scene we just had before where you were watching the children.
Oh, I don't see why that smell
I
thing
feel
could
like,
have
yeah,
happened. But no, you're right, because you're very far away. Because I was watching the children,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I think it could have happened because I was thinking of it as being a like a time skip there, but I kind of now I want to go back to this. So,
I'm trying to think of a good moment.
I mean, this could be the thing I am about to do could be the moment that I realize that I smell it.
Yes, okay,
But
yes.
yeah,
Let's do that. Let's
so
do that. Let's do
we're
that.
just like we're like going back in
In
time,
reverse
like
order. Yeah,
yeah,
that's fine.
exactly. Um, they from across the clearing, um, carrying their flame very carefully, walk through the ghost game that is happening, and I think the ghosts just fade, with a last little laugh, um, and they walk purposefully up to you, and I think it's again like you don't notice or realize the transition between this and the next thing, but the next thing you know, you are in a different part of you're in a less not you don't recognize where you are, and
Mm-hmm.
the wisp is leading you by the hand,
Um,
with their light held out in front.
what is
I
your
have
mood?
not rolled for my mood yet. I know I am doing that.
I like the way Adela and I play because Adela likes to roll mood very late, and I like to roll it very early.
hmm Um, okay, we're going towards melancholy. Um,
I
yeah.
don't flinch.
hmm
And ooh, I know why you shift specifically towards melancholy.
hmm
You can feel the impulse to flinch.
mm hmm
Muscles tensed, but she caught it.
hmm Yeah, they would have let go if you had flinched, but
Mm-hmm.
they don't.
Yes, delicious. Wait, let me check something. Those which are 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then 1. Wait, no. 1. Do you only have one? Really?
I only have no, I have two that I
Oh,
can't
you have two. You have
use.
two. Right.
Yeah,
One of them's a
that I'd be
shift. Right.
yeah.
Oh my God. One of them's an ace.
One of them's
Jesus.
ace, yeah.
Sorry. I was checking
Yeah.
some. I was checking some numbers to see if there was a possible exchange, and there isn't.
We haven't even done a shift at all yet.
Yeah. There's not been a single shift card played. You're right. My turn.
hmm
I draw a card. Queen of
Con
Spades. I can never remember which suit is which because I have a stupid person's disease. Um,
It is okay.
you slip into the water, caught among the weeds. How do you escape? You're leading, you slip.
Mm. Hmm. Um, Interesting, because I am not entirely corporeal.
Oh,
But
well,
something,
can I pitch
no,
something?
it's yeah, no,
You
yeah.
remember slipping.
Mm-hmm. I think yeah, we hit a spot, we hit a place, um, and yeah, I remember slipping, and then you are almost dragged into the water because I was still holding onto your hand, um, and
Oh my God.
I don't know. Well, you're moving towards curious.
Can I touch
Um,
something?
yeah.
What if as I fall, so you like pull me towards you, right? Because you
hmm
slip. And
Yeah.
I pull at the same time. It's almost like there's a reversal happens
Mm-hmm.
where in trying to catch you, I pull you and
Mm-hmm.
then I hit the water back first and then you're over
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. And they are they are not uh paying attention to what is happening with you. They are frantically holding their light above the water
Right, and I think that's
and
the
stopping it from
image.
hitting.
That's the
And
image is
they
your
and
hand pinning
you
mine down
yes,
and your
exactly.
other
And
hand
you
held
are
above.
so you are caught not in the weeds but under my hand, and I am not. And I think that you are at least you're enough submerged that it is frightening.
Hmm.
If not, like if not, you cannot breathe. Like it is, I don't.
No, I think I'm
It is
underwater. Yeah, I'm under the water.
yeah,
I like
you're
that.
underwater. Yeah, yeah. And they don't know that they don't have not they have no idea that that is happening because they are just concerned about the light.
Okay, so one hand is pinned under your hand.
hmm
Oh, Adela,
Mm-hmm.
This could be a question for the next scene. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. We can either answer it next scene or we can answer it now.
Mm-hmm.
Where is my other hand?
Um,
Do we want to answer that on your turn?
no, I think we can answer it now. I feel like it's holding my wrist up, like the one that is holding the light. And it's not because you were like trying
No, it's
to
the
do
reverse of
anything.
the pin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're pinning me, I'm holding you up. It's almost
Yeah.
like, oh God, can I pitch something to you?
Absolutely.
Okay, is it
Always.
okay, I think the shot is at mid water level.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the water
Ooh,
gets
like the
deeper.
lower. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so the water gets deeper under as my arm extends in such
Mm-hmm.
a way that we are mirroring each other.
Yeah.
In the same way
Yeah.
that my body is pushed under the water and my head back in the mud, yours is up in the air.
Yeah.
In the
Looking at
same
the
way
light.
that my arm
Yeah.
pins yours to the sky, yours pins mine to the dirt.
God, I need to draw this.
And this is
What an
the
image.
moment.
This is the moment.
This is the moment. This is a
This is the
moment.
moment.
This is a
This is a
moment.
moment. This is a moment. We are in a moment. Um. Okay.
Oh God. Wait. Okay, I'm thinking about how the shot is framed.
Yeah.
In the is the shot framed is the shot vertical instead of horizontal? So it looks like we're standing. I like the
Interesting.
idea that it looks like we're standing, almost like we are like
Mm-hmm.
held in a dance,
Okay. Yeah.
perfectly mirroring one
Um.
another
Mm-hmm.
as like water fills my nose.
Yeah. Um. And I also think that. Do you want to leave that scene there,
Yeah, I think it just
or do you want?
cuts.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think the shot is beautiful for a second and then cuts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uniquely gorgeous for a frame.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is my pitch.
Yeah. No. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's good. It's very good. My turn. I am really. Why did you shift towards curious? This is what I need to know.
Oh, I can tell you why.
Uh-huh.
Easy. Um she will let herself be hurt to see why you're scared.
Hmm.
I think this moment is it is not the mortal at her it is the mortal at what she believes to be her best.
Mm-hmm.
And other people would say is a it is not a self-sacrificing impulse.
Mm-hmm.
The mortal likes who she is in this moment.
Mm.
And she
And that's why
feels
it's
like
shifting
you
towards.
have and wants to be more like this.
Mm-hmm.
The person who lets herself who doesn't look at disdain at the people who hate her or at the
Mm-hmm.
people who are afraid of her. There is no
Mm-hmm.
disdain, only I will let myself fall for you.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the romantic way. Not in the way that I said I will let myself fall for you with our
Uh-huh.
last
Uh-huh.
character.
Uh-huh. Okay. I will do my turn. This is the King of Stillness. You begin humming a tune that is stuck in your head. What is it? This is a time skip. Of course. It is I think the wisp is walking adjacent to your path, but not beside you. They're not very close right now. But they are neither leading nor following. And they begin humming a song from your past. It is a song that you know either because I don't know if it's something that's significant to you or if it's just something that you often get stuck in your head or if it's something that you a song that you don't even like.
My grandfather sang it. He's dead now.
Okay. All right. It is that. And the wisp is humming it, and it is kind of moving in and out of coming from them and coming from other places around you. And it's very like what do you call it? Like that. Very much like plugging your ears while driving as a child, like while in the car as a child, and you like make the traffic go in and out of this weird like watery sound. It's that, but with humming. Yeah.
How are you shifting? And I'll tell you how I feel.
Yeah, let's see. Okay.
Okay.
I think it starts to cut out, like suddenly, like the humming will continue for a bit and then it will stop as if like consciously being forced to stop. And then it will continue again. After a few seconds of pause, and then it will like be cut off again, and it's intermittent. It's not consistent with the pausing, and it almost gets like a frantic type of feeling. Again, this like fighting back and forth between.
I'm playing the 5 of Stillness. I'm shifting you towards melancholy, if you'll accept it.
What are you doing?
In this moment, the mortal stops, and the first time you stop humming, nothing happens. Nor the second, nor the third. You said it's intermittent. It's unpredictable, right?
Yeah.
On the fourth time, the moment you stop singing, she starts. But it isn't like she heard you stop. There wasn't time to hear you stop. It just, the song continues. And she bows her head for a second, leans into a memory. And I think that we get a flash during this scene where the camera like locks. And the sound as the flashback happens becomes diegetic as we see her grandfather walking around his like shop, his garage,
Mm-hmm.
sawing things, and the moments when you stop are when the tools are running,
Hmm.
and they are loud.
Mm-hmm.
And the first couple times we see the young mortal jump, but then on the fourth, she watches him put his hand on a chop saw, and before it even starts revving up, she's singing.
Hmm.
And the song becomes continuous. Do you
Yeah.
allow this shift?
I do allow this shift. The Wisp does not continue humming. They are walking right next to you. And they're not looking at you, but all of their attention is on you. They are listening so closely.
I think she said something.
Mm-hmm.
Drops her guard completely for a second. He's dead now.
Mm.
I'm just going to put this shift card down here in this little gray box.
Yeah, I don't think they respond. I think they do. I think they respond by taking their hand off the light again so that it is fully bright. And I think it's a little. It's like there's a good pause before they do that, so it's not clear whether they did that in response to you or just because.
Yeah. My turn.
Yeah. Did I already shift to the left before
I
you
don't
did
think you
that?
did. I don't think you did because I think
Okay.
we were about to be tied, and now we are tied.
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
All right. Click card. Wait. Click card. There we go. That's an ace, baby.
This king is mine. Yes.
Yes, the king's yours.
Okay.
That's an ace. That's
That
an
is an
ace of
ace.
diamonds.
That is a.
That is an ace of diamonds. That isn't Dayla. That's an ace of diamonds.
That is an ace of diamonds, which is an ace that affects me, not you.
Ooh, that means I
But,
get to. Ooh, that means I get to keep it in my
that
little
means
pocket.
you have it as a shift card.
That
Oh
means
my
I get
goodness.
to keep it in my little pocket. You realize that you trust them more than you've trusted anyone before in your life. Will you give them what they want? I'm answering this question.
Mm-hmm. You are.
Adela, what does the Wisp want?
That is a good question.
Oh wait, we know. Well, we
we know some things.
we know the Wisp kind of wants to forget, but is that what the
Yes.
Wisp wants?
No.
There's a desire under that.
There is something under that. The Wisp wants to be free from having to choose whether to forget or remember. It doesn't want to have to make a decision.
Oh God. I mean, I think I know what the shift is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you I'm trying to think of how this manifests in the text.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of like a good.
It can be
of a
Like,
good image that lets this thing happen.
mhm.
Adela, what does the flame represent to you?
It is the thing that makes them different from what they were before, and from anything else that they have seen or that is around them.
Can we get dreamlike for a sec?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think that something that you would consider impossible happens here.
Mm-hmm.
And that in this moment, the mortal holds the lighter in her offhand. Because I'm guessing that I am holding your left hand, and the flame is in your right.
Mm-hmm.
And I was holding the lighter in my right hand before, and now it's in my left.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, she like steps as if starting a waltz, and like,
Mm-hmm.
and when she does it, she crushes the lighter in her hand, and the fluid spills,
Hmm.
and your light just flares.
Yeah.
What does
Like
this
you
mean
spill
to
it
you?
into their hand.
It's
Like onto their hand.
it's a spill, but it feels like it looks like an explosion.
Yeah.
I crushed the lighter and there is a fireball. What does this mean to
Yeah.
you? I'm shifting to curious. I want to see what you're
Mm-hmm.
going to become.
Yeah. It means that the Wisp, again, this is back to the very, very beginning. You know what is going on here, and
Mm-hmm.
you are in control, and that is in the now,
Mm-hmm.
not frightening. That is a relief.
Mm-hmm. That I am in control is a relief to you.
Yes. Yeah.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
That scene.
That scene. Do we want to take another little break? Or are we good to continue for a bit?
What if we continue for a couple more scenes, then we call it?
For today?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we can
let's
come
do
back
that.
next week.
Yeah. That sounds good. Because I do not want to say goodbye to this story yet.
No, not at all. No.
Yeah. All right. It is my turn.
It is your turn.
Nine of Stillness. You are beside them suddenly. What do you whisper in their ear?
You or I.
Me. Because the Wisp, I want the Wisp to talk more.
Okay.
Um, Okay, I have a very simple answer, but I'm not sure if I should roll first, maybe, to see if that answer might change. I think I'll roll first. Okay. So this is the first. So far, they have repeated your words back to you
Mm-hmm.
and hummed a song that you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all that they've done that you've heard of their voice. They say the words thank you, but they mean more than that.
Mm-hmm.
It is not even at all a feeling of gratefulness
Mm-hmm.
that you're getting from those words. It's it's a please
It's a
stay.
plea. Yeah.
It's a please. It's a please. It's a
Yeah.
thank you that is
Please.
saying please.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that. I know that one well.
You know.
Yeah. I've known. I've said a thank you that means please.
Mm-hmm. So I need to shift towards melancholy.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Click. 8 of stillness. The 8 of stillness. You notice something about them that you find beautiful. What is it? Do you tell them? Oh, God. This is so frustrating.
Okay.
No, I'm fine. I just wish that... Wait, let me see. Do I have 4 shift cards in my hand? Or 3?
You have
That I can't use.
that you can't use. 1,
Or is it 5?
3, 4. You have 4. The clubs and the hearts are the ones you can't use.
I'm so mad.
Yeah. I also don't have enough, so
it's infuriating. Well, I think, you know what? I'll use this as a setup.
Mm-hmm.
I find the fact that for a moment I relate to the fact that you want to forget things.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that desire worthwhile and beautiful, and I do not express it. And I shift back to Lost.
I want to try to change that. If I may.
Are you ready? That is like use the card, but that will be my question. If the answer is yes, then I'll accept the shift. If the answer is no, I won't. Is the Wisp ready to do that?
To shift you back.
Yeah, is the Wisp who has found release in someone else having power over them willing to apply power back? Are you ready to do that? Or are you still afraid that if you do power to me one time, you lose it?
I had a good idea for a thing that is not relevant to this character in this moment. So I'm not going to do that.
I want you to play the card, but I reject it. I think it is worth saying that you tried to shift.
Okay, but in that case, it is not a thing that the Wisp is doing purposefully, because the Wisp just said please. The Wisp is not going to try to change your mind back now.
Yeah.
But this is the Wisp looking like someone else that would remind you of looking that's like someone else that would pull you back from being lost, but that is not a thing that the Wisp is doing on purpose.
It isn't intentional. It isn't enough.
Yeah.
And I like this. I like this moment a lot because it feels very, and I can feel that this wasn't intentional.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Bummer.
Uh-huh.
Your turn, Adela.
Uh-huh.
King of
Okay.
Hearts.
King of Movement. Something makes you laugh, and you realize this feeling you haven't experienced in a very long time. Pure wild joy. When were you last this happy? It is the Wisp who laughs.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a moment of forgetting completely. And it is I don't know if the mortal says something. I want to bring back the Mothman nickname and like I don't know if the mortal says it again in like as part of just another conversation that is happening or one-sided conversation that is happening, but or if it's just the Wisp has taken this long to like register that comment from hours ago.
I think that the mortal uses the name Mothman because of the shift towards Lost. She's doing the irony poisoning again. Like it's starting to seep back into the way she speaks.
Yeah. Okay. The laughter starts from far away and moves like sporadically through the trees until it is in the Wisp's body. And then it sounds like a person laughing.
Mm-hmm. What is your shift?
That is a good question.
Hey!
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think I need to add anything more to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hooray! All right, I'm gonna go to the sad girl's turn. Ace of Hearts. The fucking Ace of Hearts.
You got it. You did get that one.
Adela, it's the Ace of Hearts.
That is the Ace of Hearts. Have we had all the aces?
Let me check. Yes,
we have.
I have had I have had the red aces, and you have the black aces.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh God.
This is the one that pertains to you.
Yep. So I'll read it.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a chance to walk away right now, would you? Do not flip a coin. If you answer yes, move toward the right. If you answer no, move toward the left. If the mortal draws this card and answers no, move your token to curious. And wait, no? Oh yeah. No, isn't it yes? If the mortal draws this card and answers yes, move your token to curious and become locked. If you answer no, move your token one step toward lost, as if you had flipped heads. Okay, yeah, then that needs to be flipped.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a chance to walk away right now, would you?
This is an interesting thing for the mortal to consider after what just after the shift that just did not happen.
You aren't ready yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know, because I think it's this moment where you aren't ready to touch them yet. Like, you are only letting yourself be touched by them, and they know that. They are not ready to leave. You have yet to actually affect them.
Yeah. Everything that the Wisp has done so far that has had any sort of effect on the mortal has been consequential, not purposeful.
Yeah.
Been a side effect of whatever's going on with the Wisp itself.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Seven of conflict. A sudden sound or movement makes you scream. What does your scream disturb? The mortal doesn't strike me as a screamer.
Oh, what? She 1,000% is.
She is? Okay.
Oh
okay,
my
because
God.
I do want her to. I would rather her be the one answering this question.
1,000%.
Okay, then yes.
She's afraid
you
of
answer
snakes.
this question, please. Oh, okay. There you go.
It's just a garden snake crosses the path. She jumps.
Mm-hmm.
She lets go of you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about this?
So your scream disturbs the snake that disturbed you in the first place.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No one's happy here.
Yeah. Including me, apparently.
Is it the way I ripped my hand away?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. They take it back. They take your hand back. Like the second that you let go.
Mm-hmm.
They reach out and grab it again, and it's tighter. And I don't think they say anything, but it's the same please feeling that you got before.
Okay.
Without even, like, I don't know if they're...
Does it feel dependent this time, and that's why the shift is towards malicious?
Well, yes, absolutely. Yeah. It is like, I cannot...
Yes.
I cannot stand you, like, letting go of me. I need to be connected.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have drawn the 10 of conflict. Please tell me this is what I was hoping it was. You start crying. Why do you try to stop it? Adela.
Mm-hmm. Am I answering this?
No.
Okay.
I am crying.
Mm-hmm.
Please let this roll be what I want it to be. Please let this roll be what I want it to be. Yes. I am crying. I feel the thing that you just, I feel the bad impulse that you just, I feel that dependency.
Mm-hmm.
Adela.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, okay. You have 5? Oh my god. Should we read this?
Yeah.
Should we read this?
Yeah.
Mechanic?
Can I read it?
Yeah, go
Since
for it.
I'm the one initiating it?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Let me scroll up to the part of the PDF.
It's on page 5.
Yes, I love this. Not to toot my own horn, I love this mechanic.
Uh-huh.
Um, when a player has collected 5 unusable shift cards, i.e., cards that pertain to their own mood scale, they can choose to call an exchange. To do this, place your 5 unusable cards face up on the table and describe why your character's mood is now so dependent on the whim of the other. Handing over shift cards is essentially a statement to the other player. I would like you to have more narrative control over my character's mood. The other player places the cards in their hand. They now have more opportunities to resolve the scenes you set in whichever direction they choose. If the second player also has 5 unusable shift cards, they may also hand them over, but they do not have to. It is okay and interesting for the balance of narrative control to be uneven. However, it is important to remember that while you have given the other player more tools with which to resolve scenes, you always reserve the right to reject a mood shift if it feels like it doesn't fit. Whether the shift is rejected or accepted, that shift gets discarded at the end of the turn. Optional. After an exchange, you may choose to immediately play one of the shift cards you received if it feels narratively appropriate. Both players can do this if they both received shift cards in the exchange. This is a good option if you've been stuck bouncing back and forth for a while and or want to finish the game sooner, but it's also a great way to mechanically and narratively show how much power the exchange gave you and why the relationship has moved that way. So this is a moment.
I'm just trying to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you finished narrating first.
Yes, I am in this moment. God. When you grip her, it hurts for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And she jumps and she was frightened by a snake and she starts crying.
Mm-hmm.
And her guard collapses.
Mm-hmm.
She says please and means please.
Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be a lot. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going to give you my cards. I'm going to put them up here so that they're not getting mixed up, and then I will grab the other ones. I just don't want to pile them up in my hand. I have exactly 5. And I am going to. Oh no. There we go. Okay. And I am going to play a card as well, a shift card. I'm trying to decide how far to go with this. Uh-huh.
Listen, you got the big one.
So yeah, I do have that, and I want to use it. Because this is them using their power that you just gave them to double down on wanting you to be the one in control. But not in it, like, it doesn't, I'm not sure, it doesn't make sense.
I can tell you what she does in this moment.
Okay.
Are you playing the ace?
I am playing the ace. Because, and it's not like, I don't know if you necessarily can get away right now, but the question is whether you would if that is an opportunity that
from this place.
Yeah. Um, from me.
Oh God,
Um,
from you?
from me. From me. Um,
Would I leave you right now?
yeah. And yeah, you would.
I think I think it manifests in a very specific way.
Mm-hmm.
And we are at the edge. We are suddenly, as if the wisp has done something. We
Yeah.
are at the edge of the forest again,
Mm-hmm.
and I've pinned your hand to the exterior wall of a church. Um,
The one with the
our
fire.
hands are in that same spot
Mm-hmm.
where the paint got on my hands, but we're reversed this time.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reverse of the memory.
Yeah.
This time I am pressing you up against the side of the church,
Mm-hmm.
and your hand is in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
And it is also mirroring the shot in the water
Yeah.
where our other hand is up against in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Um and and the answer is yes, I would.
Yeah.
And the thing about you, um I think the thing that I want to leave about you
Mm-hmm.
is I'm trying to understand what is happening with you when you become someone I remember,
Mm-hmm.
because I think that what I don't want this moment to be about is completely abandoning your past.
Mm-hmm.
That is not what this is.
Yeah. Are you talking about for you or for me? Or both?
What this moment represents metaphorically in this story that
Yeah.
we're telling,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got
and what this text is telling the audience.
it. Mm-hmm.
Because I shift to curious here.
Yeah.
I think I walk. Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah, this is the image. You look like
Mm-hmm.
me as I pin you.
Yep.
I don't let me run away. I do not let the girl run away.
Mm-hmm.
The girl who I was. She doesn't get to run away
Mm-hmm.
this time.
Mm-hmm.
And in confronting this moment, I leave behind the part of you that wants to forget.
Mm. I feel like I need to be shifting. uh, um.
And oh wait. And I think the reason that this is curious is you see the hunger is now the hunger has changed. In
Mm-hmm.
that moment where you reach out when she said please, and
Mm-hmm.
used this moment to double down.
Yeah.
This is her taking control.
Mm-hmm.
Because...
But not in the way that I expected.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, do you want to be shifted right now? Does that feel right?
I feel like stopping me from, or not stopping me from, but like forcing me away from the forgetting is a shift. And
Okay.
I don't know if this has been completely consistent because I have a bad memory, but I have been, yeah, that is the one that makes sense
We can
because
counter shift with the shift.
I have been moving towards malicious when I am forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the forgetting is a more pleasant thing, generally.
Adela, I have a
Yes.
question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You realize that you trust me more than you've trusted anyone before in your life. Will you give me what I want?
What do you want?
For you to touch me. For me not to be holding light, for me not to be holding on to a flame, but for there to be a hand there. I am holding your wrist. I want you to put the flame in my hand.
It's there. And with my hand over it, the way I was like shielding it before.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like shifting from your pinning me against the wall to us just standing there next to the church with the flame in your cupped hands and my hands over it, shielding it. And we're both looking at the flames.
You've reached the end of your journey, and you're closer and more comfortable together than ever. The mortal may lead the wisp out of the bog with them. Do you come with me?
Can I pitch that we are leaving the bog, but not in a
Not in a... Adela? Am I still here? Okay, got it. Just making sure. Thank you. It seems like Adela has disappeared into the void. Yeah, no, I can't hear her either. Oh. Truly phenomenal timing, if you ask me. Oh, I think Discord just crashed. Discord just crashed. That's okay. We can fix this. Daily, give me just 1 second. I can fix this. All right, Adela, do me a favor. And all right, only Adela, click this link. Only Adela, click that link, please. Adela. Up. You're coming out of the wrong audio device. Up. I selected the wrong audio device. Adela, there we go.
I was like, are you planning to are we
Adela?
having a party at Hi.
God. Hi, hello.
Hi. Hello.
Okay. Okay. Oh no, I'm being
Great
told my
timing.
internet connection is unstable.
I saw that.
All right, let's do this. Let's finish this.
Yeah. What did you last hear?
Can I pitch something?
Oh my God. Okay. So nobody heard what I pitched.
No, no one heard what you pitched.
I was concerned that you really didn't like the idea because it was just silent that I realized.
Sweetie,
okay, no, it's fine.
no.
It's just can I pitch that I am following you. I'm following you out of the bog.
Yeah.
There's no question. Can I pitch that the audience is not clear on the direction that we are going out of the bog?
Yes.
We do not know if we are going back to your town or somewhere new.
Yeah.
But we are leaving the bog.
I think that what are you light?
Oh sorry, I just got a notification from Discord that was like, you're on a call all by yourself. What's going on? Am I light?
Are you a collection of lights, or are you someone or something else?
I am walking behind you, holding your hand, and you have the flame in your other hand, and the hand that you feel becomes solid as we leave the bog. And the last shot is you looking back over your shoulder to see me, but you don't see me. The audience does not see me.
Mm-hmm.
It just sees you and whatever the expression is on your face.
It's a surprised smile without a hint of irony. Sometimes, here's the thing about Wisp, folks. Sometimes you're like, oh, we'll do a second session, and then you get literally,
yep.
I was sitting here thinking, boy, I really wish that I got the exact amount of cards required to do a shift
Uh-huh.
at a moment of at a low moment to do a shift, and then we both had all of the
Oh,
shit, all of the aces were in
uh-huh.
play, which meant that
Uh-huh.
we could do an ace chain and finish the game instantly in a way that felt thematically resonant.
We literally had all the aces and we were doing an exchange. We could have had any of the endings.
Yeah, we that was a
We could have
moment
had any of the
where we
endings.
had to where we basically had to pick an ending and
Yeah.
go like, okay, what feels real here? And
Mm-hmm.
and for me it was the moment that I knew what was going to happen is when I almost wanted to do a shift. I almost wanted it to happen. I wanted to do the exchange when you said that you wanted me to have power over you.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I wanted to do the exchange, but
Mm-hmm.
couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, damn it, I guess I'll have to wait until my next turn. I'll have to wait until a different opportunity. And then on the next turn, I shifted towards Lost while crying. And I was
Yep.
like, and I got the exact card I needed in the previous turn. And I went, yep, hit. Okay, cool. It's time to hit the gas.
Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, I can give you cards back and also do a shift immediately. And with an ace.
With an
And
ace.
and then you could do that back, which like this has not happened in a game yet that I have played. And it is not a thing that I knew could happen. So that's a cool thing that is can happen in this game. And now we know.
And now we know.
How much more perfect
I don't
could
know.
it
It's
have
it's
been?
it's
Like,
incredible. The thing. Ugh, it's a good game.
thank you. Okay, I'm can't not speak. Um, we should end this. We should do an outro. Um, this
You can learn more about Wisp at kickstarter.com/project/Adela/Wisp RPG. You can find
the
Adela on Twitter at.
okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
have words. I
I'm
can say
kidding. I'm
things.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Um,
It's an old podcast
the
bit I used to do.
the Kickstarter will be live until April 10th, which is plenty of time to decide what you would like to do with that information, and watch this as many times as you want. Yes, you can find me on Twitter at Aerodel __, and you can buy my other games at flowerfay.itch.io. That's FAE. Faye. Ren.
Oh, it's my turn? Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't realize that it was your turn. My turn. Tired. You can find me on Twitter at Ren or Raven.
I just want to thank you so much for doing this with me, because this was incredible, as I knew it would be. And I hope that everyone who watched enjoyed it and got an understanding of the game and enjoyed our storytelling today. Thank you. Thank you for watching.
It's a good game. I like this game a lot. I like this game a lot. I like this game a lot. I like this game a lot.
I do too, kind of.
I'm a big fan of this one. Listen, and I just think it's good. I just think it's good. I just think it's good. Shout out to the exchange. Hey, shout out to the exchange as a mechanic.
Hey, shout out to the exchange.
Shout out to the exchange as a mechanic.
Ren had that idea, so you can thank her for that.
That was a dub. That was a dub. The exchange was a dub, folks.
That was in the middle of a play test. Hey, what if we do this?
Yeah, that was. Oh my god! In the middle of a playtest, I went, I want you to have power over me, and then offered Adela all of my cards. It was so good. It was so
Love
good.
to write games.
Yeah.
Love to play games.
I was
And on that note.
Ugh, good game. Good game, good stream. Yeah. Please support Adela's work.
Good stream. Please also support Ren's work. You heard her poetry today. Her writing is incredible. Go check it out. Okay.
Saluting you like I would Master Chief. Thank you all so much for listening.
Yeah.
I'm hitting the stop stream button.
Bye.